Morning friends and welcome to Sharekhan's pre-market action. It has been a very strong day for the markets as far as the global markets are concerned. The US and the Nasdaq have closed on a positive note yesterday, and also the European markets also closed on a positive note. Some markets are a little bit negative, but overall the sentiments is positive as far as the global markets are concerned. Currently also the Asian markets are trading on a positive note. And the news is that the overall global markets are expecting some sort of settlement between the Greece and its creditors, and that is what is actually releasing the overall negative impact of the Greece issue on the global markets, and we have seen the markets rallying on the basis of that news. However, we will have to wait and watch as to how this event turns out in the future. But at this point of time, the sentiments are positive, and that's what is reflecting also in the Indian markets. Yesterday, although the markets were closed on account of Mahashivratri, but today the markets are likely to open on a positive note, and we have to wait and watch as to how the overall things pan out going ahead, because the budget is coming near, and we have to wait and watch as to how the overall markets would turn over. As far as the flows are concerned, on Monday we saw the FIIs in the cash provision market a bit negative, to the tune of around 180 odd crores. However, the DIIs were positive, to the tune of around 280 odd crores in the cash provision market. For further cues and updates, let's have a look at the derivative analysis.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. In Monday's trading session, we have seen Nifty open on a positive note, and later and also in the initial hour of the trade, we have seen Nifty inching higher and making new intraday high, but around 8,900 odd levels we have seen Nifty taking some kind of resistance and then moving towards in the southward direction, and also went into the negative territory, and at last we have seen Nifty close on a flattish note with just a gain of around 0.04 odd percentage at 8845.05. Now in Monday's trading session, we have seen the open interest in Nifty have increased by around 2 odd percentage. That is, some kind of long positions can be seen in Monday's trading session. That is, 4.5 lakh shares were added in open interest, with increase in cost of carry from around 11.5% to 15%, indicating long build-up by market participants in Monday's trade. And however, the put-call ratio, of course, in the last 1 hour of trade, we have seen a sharp fall in Nifty in Monday's trade, and hence the put-call ratio have also dipped quite sharply from 0.98 level to 0.95 odd levels, indicating good amount of build-up was observed in call option compared to put option. And Indian volatility index have inched higher from 20.10 levels to 20.83 levels. Remember friends, we have been suggesting that around 19.5 to 20 is a good support for the volatility index, and since we are coming nearby the budget and lot of events, we do expect volatility index to inch higher from current levels. On the options activity, 8,900 call option has seen good amount of build-up in open interest, that is around 31 odd percentage was added, indicating a stiff resistance over around 8,900 call option. Only a break above 8,900, 920 can see Nifty rallying to 9,000 levels, whereas at 9,000 level, which is the highest in terms of open interest, there is a crucial resistance for the market, and only unless and until we don't break 9,000 in Nifty, we won't be able to see new highs for the market. While in put option, we have seen 8,900 put option. Interestingly, 8,900 put option, which is slightly in the money, has seen a build-up of around 32 odd percentage, while 8,800 and 8,700 put option has seen a build-up of around 18% and 11% respectively. Now, 8,600 remains as the highest in terms of open interest. However, in put option, we are seeing that positions have been getting shift from the lower strike price to the higher strike price, which is the positive sign for the market going forward. And in call option also, we have seen 9,100 strike price has been becoming quite active in last couple of trading sessions, and also seen a minor build-up but noteworthy build-up in last 2 to 3 trading sessions, which is a positive sign for the market. There are 3 securities in band period for today's trade, that is HDL, Indiabulls Real Estate and Unitech. On FIS terms and index futures, there were net buyers of 512 odd crores. And in the last couple of trading sessions in Monday's trade and in Friday's trade, we have seen FIS have been forming either long positions or they have been covering their shorts. In Monday's trading session, we have seen the net buyers of 512 crores, and the open interest of FIS in index futures have came down by around 2 to 3 odd percentage. indicating short covering by them in index futures. While in index options, there were net sellers of 535 odd crores, and in stock futures, there were net sellers of 390 crores, and stock options, there were net sellers of around 24 odd crores. Now, on the 5 days VWAP fronts, we have a 5 days VWAP at around 8750, with a lower range at 8750 and higher range at 8900. 8750, 8800 would remain as a crucial support. Only a break below that can be seen, Nifty inching downwards, but we do expect 8750 to 8800 levels to hold on for the market for this series. SGX Nifty is trading positive by around 11 points at 8850.50. Thank you guys, that concludes from my side.
The trading ideas for today, first and foremost, we have Apollo Tyres as a negative bias stock for today because natural rubber prices in the domestic as well as international markets have firmed out. Domestic rubber prices have moved from 127 rupees per kg to touch 140 rupees per kg in the first fortnight of February, and this is the first time since 2014 that rubber prices have traded at rupees 140 rupees per kg, and so we recommend to go short in Apollo Tyres. The stop loss of 191 for target of 181 and 177. The previous closing price was 187. A long idea for today is Lupin, where the news is that Lupin and Celon Pharma have entered into a definitive agreement under which the companies will jointly develop the fluticasone and salmeterol dry powder inhaler (DPI) product, which is a generic version of the GlaxoSmithKline's Advair Diskus, which has a global sales of over 7 billion USD as of the last fiscal. So we recommend to go long in Lupin on the basis of the positive news with a stop loss of 1625 for target of 1708 and 1741. The previous closing price was 1659. On the results front, results likely to be declared today. Ambuja Cement, the expected PAT is 304 crores. SKF India and Mawana Sugar are other companies which will be coming out with the results today. On the results update, the results which have already been declared, DCM Limited Q3 FY 2015 results were a turnaround quarter for the company. The auto business turned EBITDA positive, and that's a good news for DCM Limited. Oil India Q3 FY 2015 results were below the expectations because of the higher subsidy and the provisions which have dented the Q3 PAT for the company. Skipper reported a very good numbers with Q3 FY 2015 earnings which multiplied by 3.8 times over the last year's same quarter, backed by strong revenue growth of 40% and substantial margin expansion of up to 372 basis points year-on-year. Management has also maintained a strong earnings growth guidance for the year 2015 and the financial year 2016. On the news update, the coal block auction process has started with the bank. Aggressive biddings were seen as expected as the current blocks which are in the offer producing and existing producers and developers are trying to get at any cost. On the regulated space, CESC won the Saris Satoli for which an aggressive price of rupees 470 per ton was bidded, and the landed cost of the coal for the company could be around rupees 1,500 per ton, which is higher than the current cost of the sourcing coal. So the higher cost would impact the valuation of CESC around rupees 100 per share and a rough calculation depending upon, and it's also going to impact the ROE going ahead. So we are expecting some pressure on this stock for the short term. On the other news, Punjab National Bank has informed the BSE that the consequent upon the decision of the government of the India to infuse the capital funds to the tune of around rupees 870 crores in the bank during 2014-15 up to the 4 crore 42 lakh 7,317 equity shares of face value rupees 2 each at a premium of rupees 194.8, that is at rupees 196.8 per equity share on the preferential basis. On the other news, HCL Infosystems has signed a 3-year contract with the NISPL, a subsidiary of Microsoft Mobile, and Sen Gopin, a global leader in the habitat and construction market, has planned to increase its presence in the domestic market and is looking at doubling its sales to rupees 10,000 crores by 2019. Tata Motors Jaguar Land Rover Jan sales has fallen to 36,527 versus 38,631, and the sales has been down 5% at 7,94,017 units for the fiscal year to date. What Tata Motors has mentioned is that the GLR decline was due to the Freelander amount. Hero MotoCorp, the promoters are likely to sell 70 lakh shares and the price band would be somewhere between 2,664 and 2,720 per share. On the watch list for today, stock with negative bias, positive bias are Mahindra & Mahindra, Indiabulls Housing Finance, and Tata Motors DVR, and stocks with negative bias are UBL and Just Dial. From an investment perspective, we continue to prefer Larsen, Aditya Birla Nuvo, Tata Motors DVR, Infosys, and Ultratech. That's it, friends, from the Sharekhan's pre-market action. Thanks and have a nice day today.